Hello fellow human watching this video. Today's video isn't quite about artificially generated music. It's kind of about it, but it's more so about, my feelings. For those of you who are kind of out of the loop, I'm very into tarot reading and astrology and a lot of this spiritual nonsense that doesn't have a lot of scientific backing, but, makes me really happy when I pull the cards and the Barnum effect truly takes over my brain. I'm making fun of it right now, but I clearly do this shit for fun. So we all know that I'm involved in the tarot community and the astrology community. This is my third video on the subject, specifically about my spirituality. I go on TikTok and I discover the sound of a song that feels a lot like pseudo-generated, like artificially generated. Let me go ahead and play a clip.
Neptune square Mars, Neptune square Venus. My client wants to know why she gets no penis. Neptune square Mars, Neptune square Venus. I told her that's why, and she told me I'm a genius.
The first thing that I noticed was the vocal artifacting. No, not from the vocoder, the vocoded part of the singing, but the fact that it struggled to say the word gets for no real reason.
Why she gets no penis, gets no.
I know that this is generated distortion from an artificial intelligence and not vocal distortion because it's placed in a really weird frequency. It's placed in a really weird frequency band. Usually, if you have something that drops low like this, you have vocal fry, but vocal fry only emerges when you go low. You feel me? If I were to, burn out, if I were to run out of air, maybe it would sound like I'm vocal frying, or maybe it would sound like some type of retinoidal false chord distortion, but I'd either have to have a lot of force or not enough force, which doesn't make sense if it's in the middle of a melody line where she's trying to go da 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 da. She's not giving. Now, I'm willing to wager my confidence in my understanding of vocal distortion because I checked out the producer's other songs. Her name is Frenzy on SoundCloud, and I checked out some of her other tracks, and they had not only signs of AI artifacting, but straight up actual, sound bites that sounded like other artists that were known for using AI as well. People are already pretty comfortable of accusing an artist like Bruno of using AI, though if I'm being honest, I think it's some kind of mixed modal production style where there's definitely generated content, but it's not wholly generated. She's pulling a Ray William Johnson, except instead of news, it's music.
Let's go.
And to be clear, I'm not making any qualitative judgments. If anything, I like the way it sounds. I just wish that people were more honest in their mixed modal production style. If people owned that they couldn't actually sing like this, I feel like I would be happier about it. It reminds me of that one YouTuber who's a well-known YouTuber who has a specific animation style, who kind of talked about how sped up guitar low-key sounds really cool, which I agree with, as long as we're just honest about the fact that it's sped up guitar. As long as you don't lie about your technical ability and you actually just are upfront about the possibilities of the technology, we would all be, I would still be kind of upset by it because you're still, in a way, stealing from other artists, but I wouldn't be as upset as I am now that I'm finding out retroactively after the fact that this is a technology-assisted speedrun. Are you kidding? Running a mile is more impressive than driving a mile. Duh, obviously. But if you run with a prosthesis, if anything, that's more impressive. There's a difference between using it as a tool and using it as literally the system, itself. So I went to Frenzy's account and I checked out some of her other tracks that were hosted on her SoundCloud. Lo and behold, I heard some of the same production choices and some of the almost a carbon copy, exact same sounds as from Bruno. Let me go ahead and play a clip of that.
Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em all, fuck 'em by. Twerk like it's my last day on this earth. Let that dollar make her work.
The stuttery vocals being pitch perfect and also being timed perfectly with other MIDI instruments because it is itself a MIDI instrument generated by the artificial intelligence. And very small production choices that the average listener wouldn't notice, like uses of fade and of reverb and of compression that wouldn't be noticeable to the average listener. But when put side by side, there's an undeniable comparability, that of either somehow magically these two unrelated artists using the same producer, or more likely, they're just using the same generative AI. We know that's the same voice. Don't play with me. We know that's the same voice. I mean, my most optimistic interpretation is that somehow Ziggy Astrology got access to the same vocal chop library, the same drum loop library, and the same MIDI bass sound sample. Like, worst comes to worst, if you're not using AI, you're just copying from another artist. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So I told the original poster about my findings, not only about the artifacting, the vocal artifacting in the song, but also the artificially generated content that was all over that SoundCloud. You want to know what he said? God forbid people stylize their speech. Who are you, the AI police? Y'all hiring? Where can I apply? XOXO. Kiss emoji. Okay. Right. Do you think we can have an honest conversation, you know, Queen to Jester? I know that it's very hard for you to see a job application, but I expected you to run for the hills, not fucking eat it. Lord knows that your weight and your credit score probably already have a secret handshake in development. And the reason why you put them red heels on your face is because you couldn't put them on your feet. Unfortunately, now is not the time for Tom or his foolery, so be gone, Cam from Modern Family. The grown-ups are talking. Whew. Honey, I am so sorry you had to hear that. You should not have been in the room while that was happening. Okay, but on a real note, as a person from the Gay Fat Hairy Man Club, here are my credentials. Why are gay bears so fucking obsessed with not only using AI to generate art, but also, like, defending it to their dying breath? What are we talking about? I mean, Lord knows the dying breath is coming soon, because, you know, coronary heart disease, but, oh my god. In Beyonce's America, I think the fuck not. I know it's very fun to do, but it's not enough to just bully these people out of not using AI. Like, I believe that we need to have a separate tagging system for artificially generated content because not all of it is spam or misleading. A lot of people try to use artificially generated content in a tasteful way, but it's still bad because it's artificially generated. And artificial generation only comes from the past. A computer can only operate off of the information that it's given. It can't generate new information, because it's only composed of the information that it has. So we can only, by definition, steal ideas from other people. That's not what creativity is. Humans are the things that invent tools that robots use. Robots can't invent tools the way that humans can. And so anything that a robot generates, by definition, is stealing from a human. So I want to suggest a new category for all social media report pages. That is theft by generative processing. As a small artist who has been doing their damnedest for the past 5 years to try and fail to have a music career, I have to contend with the very obvious reality that my competitors are straight up cheating, actually, by stealing sounds from other more popular artists. So it's just the nature of what's happening right now. And it's fucking bullshit. Mr. Rogers wouldn't want me to rest in wrath, especially not before an 8-hour shift, so that's not what I'm going to end this video on. Instead, I'm just going to hum a little bit of a lullaby. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine?